Hello, everyone. My team and I have been working on something that I'm quite excited about. We all have been talking about compliance, retention, but we struggle to measure it. What does it really mean from a compliance perspective? What does it mean for my study versus the rest of the industry? What are some levers that I can add so that way I can improve my compliance? So, I'm about to show you something. It's a tool that we developed internally based on insights that we have from existing studies, from publications that we've reviewed. The goal for this is only to help you review what your compliance and retention rates look like and what are some other components that you can add into your study to help improve compliance. So let's begin. All right. So here's the tool that we have. It's really more of a compliance measurement tool. And in here, you can actually, maybe give your study a name. Doesn't really matter what the name really is, but what really matters is what is the indication, because based on this indication, we do a calculation to kind of tell you, okay, you're within range of kind of what we're seeing or not, et cetera. Keep in mind, these models are continuously updating. So there's an example. I'm running a hypertension study, 400 patients, 52 weeks, et cetera. Um, this is kind of the current live view. Also, if you're trying to build a new study, you can also we have the model to help you review what your new study looks like. So anyway, sorry, back to this. So in my current study, I'm getting 60% COA completion, wearable completion 55%. You can also define your targets, right? So I want to get to 80% COA completion. We also added kind of a cost per patient, right? So if I say, hey, it's going to cost me about $40,000 per patient, this is going to help you see what the cost implications might be, right? PROs, how many PROs you're doing per week, the average number of questions, et cetera. Does your wearable require a daily charge? Um, and then there's the digital risk level. That basically means like, hey, are we going to maybe elderly population who might not be um, as averse when it comes to kind of a digital capability, or so it can be mixed. It can be low, high. For now, I'm just going to keep it as mixed, and then what kind of support model you do, right? So most studies that we see, they only kind of start in with a site-only support, and this is why we're starting to offer the Delve concierge support to kind of help uplift this. But on the other hand, we can also kind of mark off, hey, there's reminder fatigue that we're already seeing in the study. Here are some quick tools or ideas to tell you, hey, here's some ways to do. I'm actually going to turn these off for now because most studies don't really have a lot of these key components. So I'm going to calculate my scenario. So when I complete my scenario, the system will tell you, okay, for this, you want to get to 75%, but really, if you continue doing what you're doing, you're really gonna stay within the 60%. But also, I can also kind of see what my burden looks like, right? So if this is gonna keep happening, then your retention is gonna slip off quite a bit. What if levers? I haven't added any levers in the system yet, so that's why we don't see anything. But we can also kind of see cost implications. So, for example, by the time you get to target, you would have spent, $9.6 million. If you're going to miss all this data, you might be missing out on $3 million, et cetera. This is just kind of a little bit of evidence where, those are just kind of some of the areas that we got some of the models from, or the measurements. But if I go here and I add, let's say, okay, maybe we're going to start adding more personalized messages. Maybe we're going to add maybe like a concierge team um, you know, to support maybe outreach or better patient population. I'm going to recalculate my scenario, and the system is automatically going to show me an overview here to say, hey, this is where you are currently. With those levers, you can hit 74%, closer to your 80%. This gives you an idea of where you will be at the end of the study, mid-study, etc. And then you look at your burden level. Guess what? Your burden level has cleared up quite a bit. And then as you look at if I only add just smarter, better messages, I'm looking at maybe about a 65% better compliance. If I'm adding concierge, I'm hitting 69%. These are, if I only add concierge, I'm hitting 69. If you add everything, you're potentially going to hit 74% compliance. So what does this really look like from a cost perspective? Well, when you add all those levers, guess what? Your financial impact is a lot better, which basically means like, hey, you're saving yourself $1 million because you're getting much more complete data for your submission. So that's what we have. I'd love feedback.